After looking into things a bit, I've got to say, barred windows are kind of janky in Project Zomboid. In my recent video on base defense, I made the claim that you can't shoot through barred windows. Despite the fact that the video literally showed me demonstrating this failing, a helpful commenter nonetheless asserted that you can, in fact, shoot through them. Rather than get into a nah-uh competition, I fired up the game to test the proposition in more depth, and what I found was, yes, you can shoot through barred windows in certain circumstances. What I had demonstrated in my video was that putting bars over a world-generated window prevents you shooting through the window. It turns out that if you put bars over player-constructed windows, you can shoot through them. This could be a legit reason to actually sledgehammer out exterior windows of world-generated buildings to replace them with player-constructed windows, so that you can properly utilize firing points from behind barred windows. As is often the case with Project Zomboid, it gets more complicated than that. See, you can put bars over a player-constructed window even if you haven't moved a window frame into the window. If you do move a window frame into a player-constructed window, and then you weld bars over it, suddenly, like shitty magic, you won't be able to shoot through the window anymore. I tried to test this out with world-generated windows as well, but it turns out once you've lifted the window frame out of a window, you can no longer weld bars over the hole, even though this would be perfectly acceptable for a player-constructed window. So, in summary, world-generated windows are cock-blocking your firing lines with guns, and your urge to decorate your player-constructed bases with fancy carpet, pretty paint, and proper window frames is also ruining things for you. In testing, I tried this out on north-facing windows and west-facing windows, and I even thought to try it on windows built above ground level. As always though, you can't think of every crazy thing that might factor into a mechanic. If you know anything else interesting about barred windows, please feel free to share them in the comments. If you found this interesting, you might want to check out my video on room definitions or my video on base defense. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing for more guides and gameplay.